Welcome back once again to this YouTube channel. Please, if you are new here, make sure you click on the subscription button and also click on the post notification bell so that when we drop a new video, you'll be notified. And also do us an offer by clicking on the like icon, that thumbs up icon, and also comment, and possibly you can share. Let's go straight into today's video.
Make that decision with Black Love? And how did you find the process of recording it and finding the right collaborations for such a project?
Yeah, so I'm somebody that I'm not really the outgoing type. I think you probably figured that out by now. So
like to be in your
I
own
like to be in
space.
my own space, in my own corner, and just observe. And I've been like that since childhood. I think even Sarkodie changed me to be a bit more like out there, because my job, you have to be out there. But personally, I like to observe. I like to sit back and look at even my life play out. I go to YouTube and just watch since Sarkodie started till now. So I really know how to watch things as take myself out of myself and just watch me. So when I do that, I realize that, okay, you've been here. This is what was expected. At this point, I don't think they want this. So I look at myself as a fan would want to criticize. I don't always get it right 100%, but at least
you assess.
Exactly. I have an idea, and I'm the type of person that we have people who criticize you from a very an honest place. It's not like they have anything against you. I can feel it, and when I hear those things, you can see somebody say something. You're like, actually, that's true. And if random people are saying the same thing and they don't know each other, it might be true. So I look at those things and it inspire me on the next thing to do. So I think right after Highest album, which was very hip hop, you were at the session. So I felt it that no, you can't come with the same thing again. You have to switch up the sound. That's the same thing that happened to me when I did Mary. I did a whole live
album.
Exactly. So if I feel that difference, that I would follow what I'm feeling. So that's always been the case with my project. I don't force myself to record until I'm inspired. And Black Love at that point, I'll give it up to, I was already recording, but as soon as Beyonce dropped the project I had,
the Black is King project, Gifted album,
yes, that inspired it a lot as well.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, this is the right time. I think it's now. And yes, I had this incredible music with all these artists. Kiss, we did 2 records. No, I sent him 2 songs. So Poku it was up to me to decide if I take which one I'm going to keep. So I let him keep Poku, and then I kept what's that one? Which one? The name is Which One.
Which One?
Yeah, so I kept that, and then he kept that, and then the other songs, it was organic. Some would then come to Ghana, some would link up. They send the verses. So as soon as I realized that this was the body of work, all the choruses were dope. There were songs that it doesn't have to be a Sarkodie song. These are just good songs. It just happens to be for Sarkodie. So I powdered up and I felt like it was ready to go. I just gave it to the people, and thank God for the feedback. I just feel like the album was so heavy that I could have given so much to it.
I think you could have, but like you said, the pandemic was a very difficult part. But one thing that I also have to say to you that I was very grateful about Black Love was the concert.
Yes.
That live concert, bro, I'm telling you, out of my favorite moments in the last 12 months, the Black Love concert is definitely one of my top 5 moments. Anytime I talk about it, I see it. I see you starting from the top of the gate, just by that star, that black star. Do you understand what I saw you coming down? I know that's how important, because at that time we were yearning for entertainment. We were yearning for. Talk to me about deciding to do that, especially using those iconic images and bringing the brothers and sisters that joined you on stage as well to perform. Because to me, you might have thought you were performing to people in Ghana. Bro, you were performing to all of us. We were there with you, man. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, man, Black Love, definitely, that's one of the biggest highlights. And it's just funny because it's in a very, let's say, bad timing, as in the pandemic, but then that was one of the best shows.
Facts.
I agree with you.
Facts.
Even compared to the ones with people in the auditorium, this could stand.
Facts.
Especially when it has to do with the production and everything. What I've been able to be good in and be blessed with is being able to spot out the right people to join the team. So I think most of the things I've done in my career, I come up with what I want to do, but a lot of the things that I do has to do with the team that's around me, that see me beyond what I see.
Yeah.
So when you take it from the first time I did the Apollo in the States, it wasn't my idea. It was a guy called Terry. He's in the States. He's part of the team. He came up with it.
Wow.
The O2 Indigo.
Yeah.
That was DJ Abrantier.
Wow.
Came up with the idea, killed it. This show that you're talking about is Jay.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
Jay,
you're kidding me.
Yeah. Because he saw something
That's
that I just had to
sick,
because I believe them. I have a level of trust. So when they say this will go, I don't really have to. Sometimes I'll be a
question,
bit. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But this one, I was like, actually performing at the Black Star Square.
That was crazy.
So I just went to drive past it and I was looking at it. And no one has done it. They have short videos, like music videos, but it's really hard to get like the permit to perform.
Yeah.
So we
but you have, obviously, come on, you're Sarkodie. This is Ghana.
We have
you
to
have
pull
a couple
some
numbers.
Exactly. We have to pull some strings here and there. But it wasn't that easy though. It still had to go through because it's a very secure,
respectable place.
So they had to check what I really wanted to do. And Black Love, obviously, it stands for us. And I wanted to project Ghana. If you think about Ghana, that's one spot that you look at. So yeah, and the production team, shouts to A-Team, shouts to Apefa for doing incredibly well on the camera. All these guys, the sound guys, Frankie, lights, everything was just perfect. It was so good.
It was too good.
So
like I was on the website crashed.
Yes.
I went, listen.
And big shouts to Seek, because Seek,
I don't think they expected how hungry we were going to be.
Yeah, even me, listen, I knew people were going to watch, but for how they were going to troop in, I had no idea.
Wow.
So, but Seek just believing in the fact that this is something worth supporting. I take my hats off to them, and they have been supportive. Even on this new project, they're supporting a lot.
Wow.
And I think we need platforms like that. Platforms like Seek is what people should be looking at in the future, because Seek actually suits the time of COVID, because that's what they've been
online
about.
It's
virtual, exactly.
Facts.
So it was just a perfect timing to meet them at the right time and just make magic.
No, that was crazy. Magic was made. You brought your brother Shatawale out there as well, which was a big surprise. My heartbreak was you couldn't perform Strength of a Woman, which was one of my biggest, bro.
I love that song.
You don't know that. Listen,
I think my favorite song.
I don't think anybody knows or anybody understands the power of that record.
Yes.
Because you have to listen to word for word.
I know you love that song, though.
That record is mad, because as an African man, raised by a woman, grandmother, everything, I think most of the time we don't get the opportunities to really celebrate the strength of a woman until sometimes somebody points it out.
True.
Maybe in a record or maybe in situations. And I think that record, was a perfect advert for that. I know there was a falling out, but you guys are brothers. Stone Boy, obviously a brother of yours. You are an icon in the game. How do you advise young artists to set differences aside, especially when little mistakes and mishaps like this happen? What would you say? And hopefully, I hope you guys have picked up the phone to ring each other.
Definitely. What I would say is, in my whole career, the reason why I've been able to sail through for a very long time is because I always look at bigger picture, right? There is always something way bigger than anything you're looking now. So that is what keeps me going. So, but obviously I'm human. I'm not. The reason why I like you, I have few people that I follow online that I really like their energy. Nikki the Baba.
Yeah,
I love Nikki.
Nikki's a genius.
You know, the energy that he brings. Shopsy, definitely. So that's what I'm drawn to. I'm pretty sure you have stuff that,
absolutely.
But you try to keep the energy right because there is a bigger picture. You know, whatever that's going on, you can quiet all of that and just focus on the bigger picture. Do I have to have an issue with you to stop this bigger dream? No, it's not worth it. Let me just celebrate. Let's just get the bigger picture because I'm not even doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself.
Facts.
You know, just me trying to win can let you benefit because 100%. I'm trying to win, so I don't need that extra energy. So what I can tell young artists coming up is, you know, just breathe for a second, think about it. Is it really worth, you know, stopping a magical moment?
Yeah.
You know, if it's worth it, everybody's relative. Everybody have their limits, but I can say that most times it's not really worth it. So try to keep, you know, the ball rolling. Look at the bigger picture. Quiet it out, like. You know, just keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, don't entertain any energy that can distract. So that's what I can tell, you know, young artists.
Speaking about, you know, entertaining energies that can distract, today I saw a video on social media that I posted up where a woman was talking about the top 5 countries with the hottest guys in Africa. She went with Congo first. I believe she went with Ghana second. But for me, there was a problem because she used 2 Ghanaian male pictures in there. And for me, we need to disqualify that. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. So every other person was
every
like,
country she put one person. She put Nigeria number 4, which I thought was a little questionable. But my problem was with Ghana. 2 guys, I think you need to disqualify them. In the top 5.
I need to go check it out. But Ghana should have been number 1 though.
Now, my brother, 2021, you know, No Fugazi dropped. The imagery on your social media, the branding, everything just changed.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you know, people knew that it was almost tunnel vision, Sarkodie. There's something coming. Then the announcement that the album's coming. No pressure. Let's talk about this brand new pressure, this brand new album. Coming out for Black Love and switching gears into this, I've been blessed enough to listen to some of the records coming from that. And listen, it's going to be difficult for me to find a Sarkodie album that I'm not a fan of. So I'm going to put that out as a disclaimer. So, yeah, you understand what I mean? However, you've already, you know, I'm gone off of No Fugazi. Like, that's a smash hit. So let's talk about the album No Pressure.
Yeah.
What was the mindset going into this album and where did it come from?
Yeah, so it's been over 10 years in the industry, having a spotlight on you. I always compare an artist's career, like your whole career, to a stage performance. So a stage performance, when you're called, at least they know you a little bit. People scream. They say, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shopsy. Everybody say, yeah. And you come and they see you. That's another, like, highlight. They're screaming. But then if you have a 30 minutes performance, you need to give them a reason to be on their feet for 30 minutes because they have the songs in their homes.
Facts.
They probably listen to the songs maybe even more than you.
Facts.
So they need a reason to be on their feet. They appreciate you, but then you have to give them a reason. And that's what, exactly, and that's when the work comes in. That's when you have to find a way to keep. That's why I take my hats off to artists who can be on stage for like 3 hours and still get the people involved in what they're doing. So that's what I take my career as, or everybody's career. So when you come in, oh, that's a new guy.
Yeah.
And then controversies come, whatever. Now we're tired of your voice. You're tired of the sound. Oh, we need somebody else to overthrow this guy. You have to go through all of that. So it's few artists who will be able to sail through smoothly. Not smoothly, but at least try to find a way to sail through. And at this point, for as long as I've been in the spotlight and having the light on me for that long, obviously there will be pressure because you have to try to top up everything you've done in the 10 years all the time. You know, so sonic-wise, rap, what are you going to say that we haven't heard? What cadence of rap haven't I tried in my whole career? Like every type of cadence. There's no beat I've not tried.
You haven't tried to write.
Exactly. So there is a lot of pressure on me as in what you're going to say, how you're going to bring it out, the sound. But psychologically, to help me work, I need to say, no pressure. Can you guys just allow me just create? Because what I don't want to do is, I've seen a lot of artists fall off.
Follow what's going.
Yes, they fall off because of pressure, because they are telling you this is what you're supposed to do. But I've been able to do it for 10 years because I know how to quiet out everything and just be in my zone and do music that I like. And then hopefully the people like it as well. Business-wise, I'll go out to see what's in there and drop one or two of that in there, but I don't want to take away the core of Sarkodie. So at this point, where the pressure is even way more than when I started, I'm telling myself no pressure, and let's creativity thrive in freedom. Let me just have a free mindset to create organic music, and that's what this album is about. Just to do what I feel like at this point, because I don't have time to like read all comments that come from fans, but I know I get a lot of we want the old. Exactly.
We want you on the bar. They need you on them bars.
Yeah, you want the old sock,
Oh,
and then
my
like, okay,
God.
that's a lot of pressure. But maybe I don't feel like what you want to hear. But let me just create, and trust me, you're going to love it. And that's what I did on this album. So I said, no pressure. Let me just relax and do what I like. And I'm assuring you that you're going to like it as well.
Collaborators, Wale, the landlord. Boy, I feel like I need to wheel that back. Wale, Gigs, Vic Mensa. Who else do you have on this amazing project?
Yeah, so Kwesiata is on the
on the record that's out right now as well.
Coachella.
Yeah,
yes.
Coachella.
Which ones? We have Daco Vibes. I have a young artist that is not really out, and
that you're trying to put on.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I had a writing camp, and then he came, and then he just.
Yeah, I saw pictures of that.
Yes,
that was where everybody came. I know Zlatan came into town and stuff.
Yes.
Talk to me about even putting that together.
Yeah.
At this stage in your career, because a lot of people don't understand or respect those type of situations. Talk to me about making a decision to do that.
Exactly. So as I said, as an artist, I feel things when I get to that point. So at this point, I don't think Sarkodie having a hit is
should be the goal.
Exactly. Like Shopsy, you're not going to freak out because Sarkodie has a hit.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
It's not going to be like, ooh, Sarkodie has a bigger song. No, because you have seen that over and over again. So it doesn't excite you. You are excited for me, but it's not like you're going to sleep thinking about it.
Yep.
So at this point, I think the industry has given me what I needed. As in giving you all the attention, blessed you with the fans that you deserve. All you have to do now is give back to the industry in any way possible that you can. Africa, signing artists is always dicey because of the expectations and how things are supposed to go. The infrastructure that we have, it doesn't help. So I've tried signing artists before. It was successful, but I felt like the pressure, and I understand artists think differently, when
to constantly support
Exactly. I can only do so much. So I decided that I will have platforms that would support artists, and that's how come. And I just love when I see creatives in one room just creating. It's just beautiful. That's how we used to be when I was coming up. And the new artists, what I like is they have this unity.
They're holding hands.
Exactly. And what happened at the writing camp is a lot of artists were out, but most of them haven't met each other.
Wow.
And sometimes because of the respect that they have for me, thank God, if I call on them, they all come up. And just look at them, just right. Bro, you should have been in that session. It's just beautiful.
I
you
saw
literally
images.
Listen, these guys were recording till like morning. So like around dawn, 3, 4, these guys are still singing. Wow. I go inside, come out and listen to some good music. So it was basically just, creating music. We're going to put it out for them, shoot videos for them, and just keep that going. I just want to create an industry where we are all together, because I've always wanted that, especially for Ghanaian artists. That's why when I did the Apollo, I brought EL, I brought Banky, I brought Shatta himself, I brought Kwakese. I want that.
Remember, man.
I want that. It's always been my
goal. I know that's
like
a big thing in Ghana. I know Shatta is always talking about it. Stoneboy has mentioned it in the past as well. That one, the industry is not supporting itself. And second of all, there's been a strong criticism of the media back in Ghana, that the media doesn't help, that they're only looking for the gossip, the negative sides and stuff like that. What do you think about that? And second of all, as a media representative, isn't our role to also put a spotlight on whatever it is that's happening, you know, regardless of whether sometimes it's positive or negative?
Yeah. I think way back when I wasn't coming to Nigeria, I had a different perception. I was like, oh, you know, Nigerians don't do this, and people will do this. But I think it's everywhere, you know. And I think you guys are even way harsher than my people. Yeah, you guys can really go in on your artists.
I'm
like,
telling you.
When I listen to you guys going on your artists, it's like
on
really,
social, it's to finish them.
Exactly. But one thing I can always say that I think when I go on radio in Ghana, I keep talking about this. I think Ghana, naturally, we are people that like to embrace. You know, we love people. We like to invite people. Akwaba. Like, didn't you love Ghana when you went there?
Come on, man. You know, listen, my people are still there right now, and I'm jealous.
Yes. That's how Ghana. Yes, that's how Ghana will make you feel. So. Yeah, we support that. It brings people in, but sometimes we need to have an agenda. That's what the artists are just talking about. The agenda has to be Ghana.
Homegrown first.
Homegrown. So if you take me as an example, I do songs with my brothers in Nigeria all the time, you know. But sometimes when I set priorities, if it's a situation where this is going to get me into trouble, let me just say.
Oh, please.
If there's a situation where I have my Ghanaian artist maybe here in London and wants to link up, and I have maybe some other artists from a different country, me as Sarkodie, first thoughts would be my Ghanaian brother.
Facts.
Exactly. That is going to be my reflex.
Yes.
First. Anything else, that doesn't mean I don't support anything, but that's going to be like,
that should be your starting point.
Exactly. So that is what the artists are trying to push on. Sometimes the media to focus on. There are bigger things that Ghanaian artists have done, but because we are not willing to highlight it and rather looking for faults too much, you know, because we need to hold on to it. These are the few things. There are highlights in Nigeria that you guys are still holding on to.
Facts.
If you ask me on top of my head, as soon as the bunch started moving differently, I saw Nigeria. I knew there was going to be like new crop of artists following that. And it was just back to back. And that's what I'm